Your library. In life, I've realized that we tend to see what we want to see. When we walk around life and we have new observations, it's more than likely the result of the fact that we internally wanted to see that specific thing or observe that specific thing. Things just didn't start to look the way they do right now. It's because they've already existed, you just started to focus on them. Let me give you an example. For almost 20 years of my life, I didn't believe in the fact that there were alternative ways for people to make money. I thought business was a sham. I thought the only way to make money in reality is just through traditional employment or skill based earning, where we go through formal education, we go to universities, and we start making money. Only in the last couple of years was I starting to be influenced more by people that I watched online, where they got to build their own businesses, they got to build and transform their own lives, and they didn't fall victim to the trap that is set by society, which is to essentially just take the safe route of getting a job, settling down, and then happily ever after in life. I always believed that people forging their own lives or people that got really successful building their own businesses were people that were just lucky. They were the outliers, is what I believed. Until I started internalizing this thought process that this is also very much possible. How how easy it is for me to observe people that undertake traditional employment is exactly how easy it is for me to see people who are literally building businesses that they love running. They are talking and generating products that they genuinely enjoy and use, and they are making money off of that. This was a pretty big, like, counterwise thinking, counterpoint thinking to what I used to think before. And when I scroll through YouTube or when I scroll through Instagram nowadays, um, I tend to see a lot more people that are more minded like me in the sense of I can see that they've built their businesses by living life on their own terms instead of getting into traditional employment and trying to make money off of that. I see more people that are, you know, forging their new lives instead of people that are going the safe route. The obvious answer to that question is probably the algorithm when it comes to things that I'm seeing online. But even in reality, I tend to see that this is what I've started observing more. I started observing that people can now basically escape the traditional methods of running their own life and they can just move on. They can do what they want to do and they can make money off it if they're smart about it. Put money aside, they can free their own lifestyle. They can design a whole new life for them. It's like life is basically customizable for these people and they don't have to take the safe route. And it got me thinking, did all of these people suddenly start popping up, or did I start wanting to see this kind of life? And is that why life is showing me more of these people? Because, like the title of this video says, the world is your library. That's when I realized we tend to see what we want to see. Life already has a mix of variables and a mix of situations that already exist. It's just that we tend to pay no attention to them because if it goes against our worldview, then our brain essentially deletes it. The brain essentially pretends like it doesn't exist or tells you that it's very unlikely because we are trying to convince ourselves of our own worldview because that gives us solace, that makes us feel like we're living in truth and other people are living in delusion. And in reality, you will see what you are attracted to, you will see what you feel a pull towards in life because life will give that to you because you start observing only things that correlate to that worldview itself. So try this out. Pick something that is not traditional, pick something that is unique, and see how life starts giving you the tools, the skills, the experience, or the people or the connections that you need to fulfill that goal. You'd be surprised as to how much a change in your worldview can do to how you start perceiving life. We always think it's the other way around. We always think that what we see is what we believe, but no, that's not true at all. What we believe is what we choose to see. So the cycle works the other way. So believe first about what you want to see, and then the world will actually give it to you. I know this might sound like fucking fluff because, frankly, I'm usually a very logical and rational person. But I've started to realize that true learning only happens when you admit that you don't know everything just yet. You don't understand everything just yet. And I won't pretend like I do. But I am telling you what I'm observing now. When I think about something, when something pulls me, I start noticing it more in life. I start pursuing it more in life because the idea of it becoming reality becomes far more feasible to me. And if I can do that, then I can choose and attract what I want to into my life just by believing that it exists, just by believing that it's normalcy, by believing that that is my truth. Even if my delusion is my truth, as long as I believe it's my truth, I will see it. So remember that. You see what you want to see, you observe and record in your brain what you want to observe and record. So use that to your advantage. Start treating the world like your library. The world isn't a mishmash of information, it is a channelized tunnel that you can use to find info on what you want to see and what you feel pulled to, and that'll take you to the life that you want to live. Give it a try.